There, it's Wednesday, May 13th, and this is Representative Michael Dembrow, House District 45, Northeast Portland to Parkrose, from the city of Maywood Park to the heights of Rocky Butte, here with our weekly video newsletter. And so the day after tomorrow, Friday the 15th, is the day that we receive the revenue forecast for the next 2 years, the next biennium, that's going to be used to build the next budget. So it's a very, very important day, and we're all kind of anxiously waiting to see where that revenue forecast comes out. Our last forecast was in March, and it showed us being down a little over $3 billion for the next biennium. I think everyone assumes that it's going to be worse on Friday. The question is, how much worse? And just very soon you'll know the answer to that. Once we get that forecast, the final touches to the Ways and Means co-chair's proposed budget will be put together over the weekend and will be released probably on Monday. And then we head into the home stretch. What we're going to be, really focusing on is the general fund, and the general fund that's what we spend most of our time talking about here in the legislature. It's the fund that's paid for mainly by income taxes, individual and corporate, and then we also have lottery funds. If you look at that budget really funds the essential services that Oregonians value. More than half of it is used to pay for education, and then about a little over a quarter goes to human services, programs for seniors and children, foster youth, people with disabilities, addiction services, all of those kinds of services to care for the most vulnerable Oregonians. And then about 12 or 13% goes to public safety, the state police, policing, corrections, those kinds of things. We also have other budgets out there. We have money that comes in from the federal government. Most of that has to do with healthcare, Medicaid kinds of reimbursements. And then we have probably half of the budget is paid for by various fees and licenses. Different professions have their own regulatory boards that come through. College and university tuition goes through that process. None of that is paid for by the income tax. And those are going through their own kind of process. So we're still working very hard on policy issues, don't get me wrong, but the conversation is definitely turning to money, 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 and you'll be hearing more about that. If you have any questions, please check with me, and for more information about the budget, just in general, we put a link to Oregon's Blue Book on the budget in the newsletter. Click on it, and it gives you a very good background primer on how budgeting happens here in the state. So take care, and I'll see you next week.